It's finally happening. After fantasizing about doing something like that for the past 18 months, we are going to read the Drag Race contract from the very beginning until the bitter end. And we're going to gut every shitty little clause that's hidden inside it. It's much worse than what you think. So as you know, the contract is over 50 pages long and it's riddled with legalese and technical jargon that we are conveniently going to translate for you during a show that will last, I don't know how long will last. In addition to that, we're going to have guests from the Discord. We're going to take in call from the viewers if you want to join it. We are going to manage it somehow. Be patient, it's going to be the first time we ever do something like this, but I hope it's going to be a blast and we can have a ton of fun doing that. So if you will, join us this Sunday, June the 13th for the most unapologetic stream I've ever done on this channel. Keep your notifications on and you will be advised of the specific times. Also, we'll be putting a reminder in the community section of the channel with all the different times depending on which kind of time zone you're actually in. Now, I have another announcement. We are starting to give out Patreon rewards for everyone who decides to support the channel on Patreon. I'm not going to show you a ton of shiny things so that you can go on Patreon and give me money and blah blah blah. You know, we are a different channel. We do things a little bit different. For the longest time, I thought that all of this reward thing was just a ton of bullshit. I still believe it in some instances, but that is another thing. But over time I started to realize two very important things. One is that if you go the extra mile to go to another site, create an account there, and then support our ass every month, well, then it's nice to get something nice from time to time. And the second thing is that I actually gave up on doing a ton of different videos here on YouTube because either they would be taken out because of the community rules or they would be ridden with copyright claims. So, you know what? I could actually do those kind of videos as exclusive content for the people who decide to support the channel. It's a nice way to turn something that it's a pain in the ass into something that it's actually valuable in a way and doable. Of course, nothing will happen overnight because, as you know, this channel is a free time project, so the amount of time that we have to dedicate on the channel and on the exclusive content will mostly depend on the amount of support that we actually receive. But the more support we get, the more content we will start to put out on the platform. And that is one thing. Now, what else you're going to get? As you know, I am me, I am the way I am, and for me it's mostly trying to mediate between what I believe is bullshit and what I believe is something meaningful. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm not judging anyone, but a ton of people do these things that I would never do. Like putting content that's being copyright claimed and making it becoming exclusive content for Patreon. I mean, that content was public to begin with, and so I have a backup channel for that. It's on BitChute, and if something goes down on YouTube, you will find it on BitChute without having to subscribe to anything, actually. Another thing that I would never do is create like a private Discord. We have already a Discord. It is public. It was created by Fantasia, which is our oldest supporter on Patreon, and it's full of relatable people that contribute to create a community in which an open discussion is actually possible. I'm really proud of what all the people have accomplished on the Discord, and the things that we talk about in the channel, they should not be closed behind the paywall. I want people to talk about those things, and I want to talk about those things as much as possible. So it would make no sense to have a private Discord. What I did create was a special section on the Discord that it's dedicated to our Patreon supporters. So if you have questions, if you want to discuss the work that we do here on the channel, if you want to have a direct line with us, there is a special section there exclusively for you. And one last thing that I will do, but in my own way, it's about previews. I will not give early access on Patreon, because early access is not really early access for Patreon, it's delayed access for everybody else. Because if I didn't have a Patreon to begin with, those videos would go on YouTube immediately. So I'm not going to do that. What I will do is whenever I have a video that is almost ready, but it's not ready to my taste to go on YouTube yet, so I still have to work a little bit on it, but it's kind of in a viewable state. Then I will put it on Patreon so that you guys can get a preview of what it's going to come. It's not going to be complete, but it's a little bit of something. Now that I told you all the things that I will never do, Now I'm open to suggestions about other things that we can give a reward, that it's like a meaningful reward, that it's not fucking over all of the other viewers that cannot afford to support the channel. I am open to suggestions about that. So please leave it in the comment or tell me on Discord. We have many different ways to communicate. Let me know what you think about it. Now, one last thing. If you're still listening, of course. I know that there are a ton of subscribers on this channel that really like what we do, that the moment a video comes out, they immediately jump in, they watch it, they comment on it, they leave a like, maybe they even share it. But they cannot necessarily come to support us on Patreon because, you know, everybody's financial situation is different, so they would like to support, but they cannot. And they are super fans of the channel. And you have to understand one thing. When a video comes out and you immediately come to watch it, and you watch it from the beginning to the end, you leave a like, you leave a comment, you share it, you come to rewatch it, all of these things actually help the channel a lot, because the more they happen, the more it's likely that YouTube starts suggesting our videos to new viewers. Even if you are not supporting directly on Patreon, you are still supporting the channel, and I think that you deserve a reward as well. So what I will do is that whenever I have an exclusive videos for the patrons and also a new video coming out on YouTube, in that video I will hide a link so that you guys can get access to the exclusive video as well, and that link will stay up for 24 hours. After that, the video will still remain available, but only to our supporters on Patreon. And this is true for this video as well. I don't know if you know it, but for the past 5 months I've been reworking the 10 lip sync commandment, updating it. It will be probably a new video for you if you're a new subscribers, or maybe you will have a very old memory when it first came out and was immediately taken down by copyright strikes. So this video is going to come back. It's not yet finished, but I have a temporary version. That version is already available to our patrons. And if you go to the community section of the channel, scroll down to this post and check the comment sections, you will find a link for you as well. And that link will stay on for the next 24 hours. And with that said, I hope that you will enjoy the 10 lip sync commandment. It's one of my favorite videos of this channel. I hope it will bring you as much joy as it was for us to make. And I hope maybe some of you will even decide to support us and allow us to have more time to dedicate to create content for the channel. The last episode of the shop for season 13 will be out, I think, tomorrow already. See you on Sunday for this catastrophic live stream. Have a great week, and I will see you soon.